What's going on, big boys? It's your boy Tito again with another tutorial for you on how we can lay a drums on the previous melody that we made for Little Baby. This is still a series of Little Baby type beats. Please, if you haven't watched the previous video, make sure you click the button above and watch it. Now, for those who watched the previous video already, so this time we're gonna lay the drum and do some mixing stuff on our instrument so that you also follow me along with how I mix and see what you can learn. Without further ado, let's get to FL Studio and start working right now. Now you have made a perfect selection for your heart, just left with how to lay them. Couple of things to do. You can just start by the 3 steps the traditional way for the traps. You take a step and go to the piano roll where things are easy to manipulate. You can go out here, just use the quarter, Control A to select everything and drag them to fit. Press the Alt arrow on your keyboard to randomize the velocity and the pan. The velocity is going to just remain normal. We do it manual. By the pan, we need some pan. Accept. Now you can feel some change on the headphone. Now the rolls, we're just gonna have our first rolls here, and they play with the velocity. As I said, this right here will go as a reverb. Here is the same rolls, but the difference just is the short. Just like that, bro. Simple as that. But you see the magic sound behind it. Now the open arch. I just want it in the first 2 places here. I'm just gonna copy the entire thing for the second 4 bars. So I have another open heart here, but I'm gonna do some modification on it. This one is going to be normalize reverse, and I'm going to cut some starting point here, and then I'm going to also to adjust this part so that it starts very tiny. That's what I want. Yeah, let me go to the piano roll to lay. Increase the volume a bit. Also, I want it to be just in few places, not everywhere. Let's lay the claps. This is the wrong place. I think I'm gonna go to piano roll. For the claps, it's just for the half place always for trap. As you look at it here. Maybe what I can do is to increase the volume a bit. Yep. So I'm gonna go to snare. I have done these layers for the 808. For the kick, I'm just going to copy the pattern of 808. I've not even selected the kick. Take this first one and I'll paste here. Now I'm gonna go to the piano roll, Control A to select everything, Alt K and select C so that they can come on one note. So I think for the kicks here, I just want to add some little reverb on it, like here. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, for the mixing, I'm going to show you some couple of stuff that I've done on the instruments that I used. And yeah, actually before I really do this, I just want to tell you this: there's not a right way of mixing, but I'm just going to show you the basic concept when you're mixing. When you try to mixing, there are two things you should consider on the instrument. There are instrument with a high frequency and there are instrument with low frequency. So how do you differentiate these two frequencies? The low frequency are the frequency which are like kicks, the 808, bass, those styles. The higher frequency are the frequency like hi-hat, claps, snares, and the melodies. So those are the frequencies at the higher. These are the instruments at the higher frequency. So if you want your kick and the 808 to bounce and the punch and you hear them clean, so you have to give them space, and you know that they are the drive to your beat, so you have to give them space to be like, even when you're moving, if you don't have a place, like if you're moving in a crowd and there is no place for you to drop your legs, so your feet, so you'll be like, you not move properly, you will be stuck somewhere. So the same thing here with the instrument that we are using. So you have to give room to the kick and the 808 so that they bounce and they go clear. So how do we do this? It's just the method of EQing, cutting the lower parts of the high instrument that we know and give just a low frequency room to the kick and the 808. So I'm just going to show you some whatever I've done, and see I've done mine, so you can do yours also in the other way. I don't say only you use EQ for mixing. There are other couple of things that you can add to your instrument that I will show you, but you play with each button there to find the sound that you want, because mixing, I will not be here and tell you I'm the baddest guy at mixing, so you have to follow exactly what I'm doing. No, that's not the thing. You use your ears and you find what is right for you guys. So for instance, I have this melody here. I'm just gonna play it one by one. So in this melody, I just add like three couple of plugins. This one here, the EQ that I was telling you about. So you can see that I've cut the low part, and this place is the kick and the 808 that punch here, so that the bass on the melody should not affect the bass, the 808 and the kick. and this is how they sound like. So this one here is a plugin you can get online, so I just added just so that to add some, because the melody, the piano was like hurting, so I did that to add some soft stuff on it, so that it doesn't make your ears, it distract your ears as you're listening to it. This one was just to balance the right and the left panning on your on the melody, so that they can be balanced, like the same way to the left and the same way to the right. And this is how it sounds without. You see the bass is too much and it's covering all the place for the kick. If the kick was to play, it will not sound well. It will not sound clean. Just to show you this practically. Now that I don't have it, so I'm playing it with the 808 now. You can't hear the 808 very well, but if I put it on and I play now with 808, you can hear it because the low frequency of the melody is down. I think you are getting this concept clear. Clear. English is my problem. Feel me? Yeah, that's it for this one. So for this instrument here, what I've done is I had to make sure that it is playing also on the right side, because I have added some panning here, so that also it doesn't, all the instruments should go in the middle, because when you leave your instrument just go in the middle, sometimes it's still there, they crash and you don't find the sound, you don't hear the sound very well. So that's why I have to pan this part here, and I add also the EQ and the same thing here. This is not for that. I add the EQ and the same stuff here to make it, and the same concept that I've used for the EQ. I want it just to sound the low part to be cut off, and also there is some higher parts also to be, because the high parts also they sound also like destroying your ears, so that's why I cut them off. And this how it's just a string that I used, and you know how string sounds. So we have this one, I just added EQ, and it's still the same thing to cut the lower part, and this how it sound. This one was just at the background of this melody here, like to boost the melody. The same thing I've done, because this one was this side, let this one also be the other side, and it's just one instrument I've used, like the EQ. Like you can see that I cut only the higher part, because it was sounding so bad, like crushing my ears. That's how I did that. But I can create room also for the 808 if it's like causing some stuff for the 808. So yeah, and the way I'm singing, it's not even enough. Yeah, that's it for the melody, guys. Yeah, for the heart here, I have added the EQ also to cut the low part, and the reverb on it. I did not do anything to the reverb, only that I changed. I reduced the percentage here so that you can see here, and I add another EQ again here to cut to make it a bit soft, and even this one again to make it also a little bit soft, not that to be crushing the ears. So those are the things, so that somebody can listen to your track like 2 times, without getting problem with their ears. So that's it. So the same thing for I'm just going through the high frequency instrument first. So the clap here, I have done the same thing, EQ, and cut the lower part. To the snare here, the same stuff, just EQ them. Yeah, because if they're sounding already good, so the only thing I will do is to create room for the for the 808 and the kick. The same stuff here, and the add revolve. This is the open hi-hat, and the other last one here is the same thing I did also, and just add this one for some softness of it so that it doesn't crush the ears. So that's it all for the mixing, guys, that I did. So as you see here, I've added some panning to the melodies, but for the drums I've not done some panning. So I forgot also to show you that this one here I drag it to the end so that the kick and the 808 can punch in the middle. So what I did to the 808 to the kick was to add the fruit limiter and the fruit clipper and just reduce the volume so that the kick can also balance with the other instrument. So, and here I have added only this plugin here to make the 808 a little bit fat, and this one here is the 808 also. I just cut some lower part so that I don't have to cut this side because I want this 808 to be like covering the lower frequency. And other things that I did not do is the panning, so I can now add the panning. I'm just gonna turn off some melodies and play it and see how I can use the panning. I think for snare I can create some panning, and this hi-hat here. I think that is it. There are not many instruments that I can create a lot of panning. So after guys done with your mixing, so the only thing again you need to do is leveling your tracks. So don't let other tracks to dominate others so that you don't hear anything from other. You have to level them with like the velocity, which one to go up, which one to go down, all this stuff. So I'm just going to show you now, and control alt shift and select everything here that you want to level, and then drag them down. So I'm just going to be playing them one by one and level them up. I'm starting with the melody. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, for the mixing, guys. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, because I'm going to make a tutorial on how we can structure this beat. It started with how we can make a melody for little baby, how we can lay drum for little baby, and mixing the drum together with the melodies. So this time now we are going to see how we can structure the beat so that it can sound interesting. Thank you guys for supporting me up to this time. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you in the next one. Peace.